Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Behind me I have a 2014 Buick Regal. This thing has the 2.0 turbo engine in it. It's all-wheel drive and it has around 108,000 miles. Now the vehicle owner brought it in today because it needs a tune-up, so we're going to be replacing the spark plugs and coils. Now before we go ahead and begin, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Definitely smash that like button because it helps the channel out. And with that said, let's go ahead and get started on today's video. So we are looking at our engine bay, and first step is we have to remove this plastic engine cover. Now I'm not a fan of these things. Typically you're supposed to just pull them up and they come off. However, GM for this particular vehicle, they decided to bolt it in with non-standardized hardware. These are going to be T27 Torx that you need to remove. And there's going to be 3 bolts or screws, whatever you prefer to call them. We're going to go ahead and remove them just like so. And if my memory serves me right here, I believe on these you just lift it up. I don't think the oil cap has to come off, which actually I'm wrong, I think it does. Yep, so also remove your oil cap. It's been a while since I did one of these, but sometimes you remove them, sometimes you don't. Let's go ahead and put that back on there, and we're going to take our cover, move it to the side just like so. So it is time to remove our connectors for our coil packs and unbolt them. We are going to be replacing all 4 of them due to customer request. Now here's the thing on these. Someone's been here before and I'm not exactly sure the history of this vehicle, but you're supposed to have these little red locking tabs. Let me see if I can get this zoomed in correctly here. What you're supposed to do is be able to just lift up like that and then push on that tab and be able to release your coil pack just like so. Now this one's missing. Looks like someone's been here before, so you just push the tab and remove them that way. Now that's just a quick demo on how it goes. If no one's ever been in here before, sometimes these can be a lot tougher, but you know, this thing is a used car. This vehicle owner just purchased it. They are not aware of any sort of service history on it, so unfortunately they are going to become the servicers of it, just for peace of mind. So we're going to go ahead and unplug all 4 of our coil packs just like so. And each coil is held in by a 10mm that you see here. So we're going to go ahead and move our 10mm gun here and just remove these. And depending on what coil packs you have for replacements, they might have the hardware included. But once we unbolt them, you should just be able to lift up and they should come off. Sometimes they do stick. There is a little bit of stiction, so if you're fully unbolted, see, like this one came apart in 2 pieces here. Let me see if I can get this boot off. We're going to come back to that one here in a second, and then let's go ahead and remove our other coil pack here. Now these are really stuck on. I've done a few of these in the past. I don't remember them being this stuck. So alright, that's our 3rd coil pack, and then let's see here for our 4th. You really gotta bear these sometimes, and that one came off like our 2nd one there that we try to remove. So let me get these coils out of the way, and if that happens to you, basically your best friend, especially if you're replacing your coils and you don't really care, you're gonna grab some pliers like this. Now you want to be careful because you don't want this to break and then you're stuck trying to remove traces of it. See, like that, you don't want that to happen. Let me see if I can grab this more towards the center, and there we go. We got our boot out. Basically if you grab it on the thin part here, it will break. Try to grab more towards the center. That's what I did, and I was able to get it. And this is why sometimes you never know the history of a vehicle, because these feel like they've probably never been off, but the connectors have been disconnected before. But they are stuck on there pretty good. So there we go. We got our other one. Now we have access to our spark plug holes. Now that you have your coil packs off, what you're going to want to do is take your spark plug tool, your remover, whatever you prefer. Now these are the 5/8 inch spark plug, so you need a 5/8 spark plug tool. I use the swivel end. Now this used to have a magnet in it, but the magnet broke, so what I'm going to do is use this to loosen it up. Key takeaway here is make sure your engine is cold. You do not want to do this on a hot engine, otherwise you risk damaging your spark plug threading. So we're going to go ahead and use the impact to take them off. And just like that. Now, it's probably controversial. A lot of people will say you shouldn't be using an impact. Here's the thing, if you know how to throttle control, you can. Now, will I use the impact to reinstall them? No. I will probably use them just to drive them in a little bit after I've threaded them. But we're not gonna be reinstalling them using an impact by impacting on spark plugs. That is a no-no. And if you're planning on reusing spark plugs and you're just doing this for whatever reason, you may not want to impact them off because there's potential to break them. However, we are replacing ours, so we don't mind if they get broken. And sure enough, these are original looking. I don't know if they've been replaced before or not. Judging by the wear, probably not. So what we're going to do next is take our new spark plugs and install them. Now, I like using these NGK Iridiums. These are the best bang for the buck. And what I'm going to do is take it and use my magnetic tool. And what we're going to do is go ahead and install them in there. Now, you want to give them a couple threads by hand and pull out your tool. And the way I always like doing this, and I should have grabbed all of them in my hand here, but basically I like feeding them in, getting them all started on the threads. And once we have a couple threads in, what we're gonna do is go ahead and just drive them the rest of the way in there. Now these are a little bit different. There's many different types of spark plugs out there. Some of them have a crush ring that you need to crush. Some of them are sealing like this. Now if you notice, this one doesn't have a crush ring. Basically it seals on the edge. These can feel a little weird if you're using the typical regular spark plugs that you're used to and you're all of a sudden installing these. They can feel a little weird on install, so just heads up on that. Now what I'm going to do is all of them are basically started off by hand. I'm going to take my driver here. Now this is a low impact driver, and notice I'm just using it to basically get them down there because I don't want to sit there and waste 20 minutes of my time trying to get these threaded in all the way. So very slowly we're going to use our gun here. And again, you can use electric tools if you know how to use them. Throttle control, guys, right here. That trigger, you don't just want to, let me take this off. You don't want to just go boom, go crazy, just throttle control. You can master it. People always say, no, don't use impacts and stuff like that. You know what you're doing, you're able to do so. So now that we got those in there, what I'm going to do is go ahead and get them torqued in. So now that we got everything torqued into place, we're going to take our new coil pack. Now sometimes they come with lube in here. I like taking a little bit of dielectric grease. They call the stuff tune-up grease, but it's just basically dielectric grease. You're going to put some in the tip of the coil pack. Now I do this to all four of them. I already got all four of mine, and I already kind of did that off camera, but showing you an example of one. And these come with the new hardware, so pretty straightforward. And what we're gonna do is just go ahead and push them into place. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Just watch out for the connectors, kind of push them out of the way if they get in the way there. And then what I like to do is just go ahead and start hand threading the bolts in here a little bit. Just get a couple threads. Never take your impact gun or whatever you're using to tighten these to just go to town. If you're going hand tight, just using a ratchet, then you can't really hurt it. But if you're going to be tightening them down the way I like to tighten them, which is going to be with my impact, you want to start off by threading them. Now these don't take a lot. What I do is I run them down and then just give them a hit. Again, it all goes down to the control of your tool. And I just make sure that they're all sitting in there, which they are. And then we're going to take our connector, we're going to go ahead and plug them in. And the ones that have a lock, we're going to go ahead and push the lock in, just send the tab that way. The other ones that don't have a lock, just make sure you hear the audible click, which this one didn't give me, but it locked in, and this one clicked into place. So there we go, we are pretty much done with our tune-up The last thing that we have to do here, and again, I'm not a fan of these covers, but we're gonna go ahead and install our engine cover just like so. Now, one tip before you go this far is you may want to start the car and run it. However, I will be taking off this engine cover because we are doing some other things to this vehicle as well. So what I'm going to do just for video purposes is show the installation of it again, but basically you're going to take these, thread them in by hand, and once you have a couple threads on them, go ahead and tighten them down. And once again, I'm not going to go crazy on these with my tool just for video purposes because this is coming back off. We are doing some more work to the vehicle, but all in all, once you have that done and you've started your car and you verify everything is good, you are pretty much all set and have tuned up your vehicle. So we are all set and done. That's how easy it is to do a tune-up on these engines. It's actually very, very simple. The hardest part, I would say, is basically pulling those coil packs off in case it gets stuck. Sometimes I've had a few of them that stick, they don't want to pop off, and then you're you know, doing your best trying to get the boot out of there little by little, which luckily didn't happen in this scenario, although that would have been nice to show people because it does happen. Unfortunately, I can't show what doesn't occur. So that's pretty much it. That's gonna wrap up this one. Pretty quick and straightforward. If you're replacing your spark plugs and your vehicle has over 100,000 miles, it's not a bad idea to replace the coil packs like we did here. Now, there was nothing wrong with our old coil packs. The customer just didn't want to risk it, so they opted to replace them. And the coil pack pricing wasn't too bad. It was pretty reasonable, and they went ahead and did that. So overall, that's the tune-up. Hopefully this video helps somebody out. If you're doing this on your vehicle, I believe it's identical on all the 2.0 turbo engines of these years. So like always, comment, like, and subscribe because it definitely helps the channel grow. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I'll catch you on the next video.